My name is Shirley.
Janice.
Jonice.
Derrick.
I am originally from a rural area. I am from Gwen, Alabama originally. I currently live in Winfield, Alabama.
And your age range?
53.
56.
My age is 75.
Yeah, I think research is good. I mean, it needs to be around. They find out a lot of stuff that we need to know about, diseases and all this and so forth. We need research.
What is community engagement?
Community engagement is a community that sticks together like we do. Community engagement is helping one another and stuff like that. And just being around a good community that can give back to you and stuff.
Face-to-face involvement, face-to-face going out into the community and providing not only what can we give for you, what can you do for us? How can you help our community? We have areas where we don't have good produce, or we don't have the resources that we need, and then you coming into my community asking for research. Well, what can you provide for me and my family?
Community engagement is just going out, reaching and engaging people that you want to deliver a message to.
First off, they need to come in here and tell them, what they're doing first off and what it's going to take.
Community engagement to me is basically being out in the community, whatever that community is to you. Like, you can have a church community, you can have a baseball community, whatever that community looks like for you.
Community engagement is going into how let's talk about how we define community, okay? Now, years ago, people would live and work and play generally in the same neighborhood. They would go to school, they would go to church in the same neighborhood. But when you talk about community engagement now, you're not talking about going to just one neighborhood or one church and finding people that work, live, and play in that area. So community engagement is the ability to go out, reach people, but you got to ensure that they are educated, that you can reach them, you can bring them into whatever you want to. If it's health education, you can bring them into a setting, or you can reach them digitally, or even, you can bring them to, say, if you're on your job, or if you want to bring them to a church from wherever. But do not expect them to be from one neighborhood or one community. What would you say to someone, to encourage someone who looks, lives, and loves like you to engage in research opportunities?
Just believe and trust in God that the research will go very well.
Oh boy, when you talk about research, that word, generally people of color don't like it because we're so close, and you don't have to really be close to Tuskegee, but they remember the Tuskegee incident. But I always tell people from all of my experience, and this is what I learned out there, that if you address the Tuskegee study first, then you don't have to really deal with it later.
A lot of people in our area still doesn't trust research. And we know this because of the Tuskegee incident that happened.
I think most people think that, if I participate in research, I'm going to be a guinea pig.
First and foremost, they need to come in and tell them what research is going to do for them.
But the way that you get past it is that you ask people, can you allow something that happened in the past to keep us from having healthier future generations?
Well, from a rural area, they should take into account trust.
Everybody says, oh, you got to go out to the community, you got to build trust. Try to empower people to take control of their own health. So you got to educate people. That's number one. And there's three groups of people that I believe exist, and this may not be universally enjoyed. There's one group that you can give their email to, flyer to, and they're going to participate.
But I feel like that if you want to really reach the community, We need to really be on the ground, on the ground, like out in the community, providing safe places for this research to take place, not in a office setting or a hospital setting. I believe that you should be out in the community.
There's a second group that if you get them over the barriers, if you educate them, if you build what I don't call trust now, I call it effective trust. And someone said that it's what your grandmother tell you, go in there and take this, rub this on your body, and you go in there and you take that and you rub it on your body and you get to feeling much better. So you trust your grandmama to tell you that, okay? And so that's the kind of trust that you must build out in the community among people, especially when you're talking about research. You have got to build relationships, and you can't do it on your own. You got to have each one reach one. If you can get one person to trust you, to have effective trust between you and them, then they can go and help you spread the word. But you must build trust, and you must educate people.
I would say to them, just, science works.
Now there's a third group that I don't care what you do, Tommy, they are not going to participate in research. And so what you do, you keep them in mind. And you say, well, okay, I'll go back. I won't stop. I'll keep sending them, because every now and then some of them move over into that second group. And then you want that second group to move over because they build enough effective trust that the next time they see a research study, they'll walk in Tommy's door and say, hey, I want to participate.
Research it's helping a lot. It's helping a lot of people now.
And my final question is, what would you say to a community member who is resistant to research?
I mean, you need to go and see what the problem is. Don't be scared to go, but you have to go see what the problem is so you can help the next individual.
Hey, I just be blunt with them. Hey,
Just come in respectable and just ask someone would they like talking to you or whatever, and for they can, help out. It's to help out when you researching.
What I would say to a person who is resisting research is to trust science, because it does work. The old theory of being a guinea pig, or people not using you for your body or trying to put something inside of you. That's what a lot of stuff we hear, that they're just trying to use us as guinea pigs or whatever. Trust the science, because it does work. And think about that when you are involved in research, that you're actually not only helping yourself, you're helping others. You're helping your family members. You're helping your community find better research to cure people. That's basically what I would say. You're welcome.
Janice, that was really good. Okay. That was good, okay?
Okay.